Okay, so here we are. Jawaballs live. I'm not sure what episode I'm on now. I think 5 or 6 for season 2. And, oh, here we go. And I'm back. Okay, so here we are. I wanted to show my progress here on my Lamenters work in progress. And let me bring you down to the table. So, what I've got here, and this is for all you people who just signed into the show as well, a little progress on my Lamenters Captain. Two things with the base. First of all, I've got this plastic hex or grid area made by Lamenters, which is used for like model trains. They're a model train company. They make like holiday village decoration stuff too. So anyway, I've got this flooring that is perfect for my Lamenters. It already comes in a grid, and it's plastic and it's about a 1/4 inch thick, so you can hack it up into pieces. Anyway, so I'm using this as the basing for my models, and here is my captain. It needs a lot more work still, but part of the theme with my display board is going to be a ruined Lamenters temple, and inside the temple there's going to be a little like the Lamenters, the floor with the Lamenters logo on it and stuff. There's going to be a repair gantry for a Dreadnought with some servitors on it, but the temple itself is going to be mostly destroyed, and that's going to have the model standing on broken up pieces of floor or on open ground. And what I really want to show you, though, is some of the lighting I'm going to be putting into this display. This particular model, I used a T light, and it's got a switch on the bottom so that I can turn on the flickering flame. And upon the base is a Riptide's head that he ripped off its body, and so the head is burning. Let me kind of shade it for you so you can see more of the light. So, the rest of the display is going to have some more flickering flames. There's going to be some welding effects from the Dreadnought being fixed by servitors in the gantry. And the other models are going to be on a combination of this tiled floor and open ground, such as the priest on the bike. He's got this open, rocky ground look. And here's... Oh, almost knocked it over. For the priest, I know I talked about him before. I've got this grail that's going to be bouncing up out of his open box here on the back of his bike and kind of falling down to the ground. Because the Lamenters, as you know, are bad luck, and he's cursed just like everybody else. So all of his goodies are falling out of his transport box. So the rest of the Terminators are going to be on this broken up base. So I made these simply by cutting up the pieces of this Lamenters grid floor. Someone made a snarky comment about non-GW parts. Absolutely. GW has abandoned running tournaments, and the only impetus for using 100% GW pieces in my models was so that I can play them in GW tournaments. So since they have pulled the plug on any tournament support, there's no real reason to only use GW bits. So in this case, absolutely, I am using a Maxi Mini resin piece for GW. Plus, they don't even have... The only cup they make comes with Space Hulk. And I'm not spending $10 for a Space Hulk Grail. For the Grail being held by my Sanguinary Priest. I'm not going to rip off Kerbolo's hand. So, anyway, they don't really make the bit anyway. So in that case, you can do whatever you want. So anyway, the rest of the Terminators are coming on this tile flooring, and here we go. So also in this army, I've got some combat scouts, a squad of those guys. I've got, I've shown you these guys last time too. So what I wanted to show you today is my other process here. Where is he? I've got a Dreadnought. Right now he's all torn apart. But what I'm doing is I've ripped off the hull. This was actually a Blood Angels Dreadnought. I've repurposed it to make it a Lamenters Dreadnought. And yeah, I had already painted it for my Blood Angels army. Someone mentioned, yeah, Kerbola, now he's like a $23 model, and I'm not going to cut him up to use just his Grail. Silly. So, yeah, this was a Blood Angels Dreadnought I was painting. But anyway, I've repurposed it, and he's going to become a Lamenters Dreadnought. And the fun thing here that I'm going to do once I get the lighting is I've pulled off the hull here, and that left me a lot of nice space on the inside where I'm going to be creating lighting and the pilot. Where's my pilot bit here? He's up here somewhere. There he is. So I'm just using a little zombie piece. I'm gonna make like a little chair. He's going to be in there. Oh. Set up. Anyway, you see where I'm going with this. There's the pilot inside. Right? And that's going to be sitting in here. I'm going to have lighting. The battery for the lighting is going to be actually on the base, and I'm going to run it up the leg and into the body of the Dreadnought. I could have a servitor, I guess, spraying it yellow. I've got one of the arms done, although I'm going to kind of redo it. Oh! Pieces everywhere. Anyway, so that's going to be pretty cool once I get the lights. I spoke to a company, and they're going to send me some lighting. And once I get them, I'll start talking about the company, provided that they send me the lights. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far with this army. I'm going to build a gantry up around this Dreadnought, a walkway, so that, and then I can have the servitor up on top here working on the Dreadnought, and I'm going to have some lighting done in there, which is going to create a blue flickering effect. I've never used them before, short of little things like my captain here, just a simple little tea light where I just cut a hole in the bottom of the base for the switch and cut a hole into the flocking and stuff. So I don't know how to use them, but we'll see. The company that I was talking to, it appears that they're pretty easy to use. So the point with the lighting is that nowadays, in order to compete for things like best painted, you kind of have to pull out all the stops. Guys have evened the game out. 5 years ago, it was easier for me to win a best painted because there simply guys weren't really being competitive. But now when you go to a tournament, you got lights and music and all kinds of stuff. So you kind of have to compete with that. So I feel almost compelled to have to add lighting to my models and my displays. This particular one, I'm waiting till after Christmas to buy the other piece I'm going to buy. I'm getting one of those Hallmark ice rinks, and what it is it's a motorized ice rink where the guys kind of skate around in figure eights and all that. So I'm going to have that kind of embedded into my terrain, and then I'm going to have a couple of models, probably like a sergeant fighting a gene stealer, so that they're like on this motorized piece kind of running around each other fighting. It should be pretty cool. Big ambitions for this one. I know I talked about this last week, but there's going to be an upcoming invitational for a best painted, and I absolutely want to earn my spot in that invitational for only best painted guys. I'm just checking on the scrolling here for any questions. All right, so yeah, I can't do much on my Dreadnought here yet because I'm waiting on that lighting to come. So he's up on the back shelf with all of his pieces. But he's going to be happy that he's getting repurposed because my poor Blood Angels were kind of just sitting in the transport bag waiting for a new edition. You guys are quiet with the questions tonight. Normally there's a whole bunch of questions. So what else do I have to show you? Well, I can talk about. Well, I mean, I don't want to get too much. I've been selling like everything I own, trying to unload stuff. We found out that my wife's getting laid off. Yay, us! So I've been clearing stuff out. On this, I airbrushed the base colors. I airbrushed the basic shading, but then I went back onto it with a paintbrush and did some highlighting. Not done yet. Needs a lot more work. Yeah, thanks, man. It just happens. I did not airbrush any of the small figures though, except for I wish I didn't. I used the GW airbrush on the models here to paint these things, and it just looks. I hate it. Valhalla, that's in Sweden, right? I will not be at Valhalla. Or is that the one out for mini? Yeah, the GW airbrush. It's in Utah. No, not anytime soon. My traveling is out of the budget. I have to pick and choose now more than ever what I do. So there won't be any flights anywhere for me. I would love to make it out to Blue Table Painting. I really like those guys, and they do a lot of great stuff on online. And someday I'll get out there. Once my financial situation is in a better place. There's been a couple. There's one out there that I want to get out to. I think in Seattle there's a big one, and I want to get to Feast of Blades in Colorado. So a lot of big flights I need to do. But no, Valhalla will not be anytime soon. GW has, I'm not even sure if they're still selling it. It's such a piece of junk. They have this little air gun where you got to mix your GW paints with water, then you put it on a can of compressed air and spray the colors. And I gave it a shot, and what a waste of money. I went through probably 5 spray cans trying to paint this, just base coat my Lamenters, and they're like $12 a piece. So I think there's one out there somewhere in Seattle. So I spent like $60 just on pressed air to try and airbrush this army on top of like the $60 airbrush. What a stupid piece of junk. The spray, the model itself was poorly covered in some spots. This was another one that was, I used the airbrush for the. It's not terrible base coating, but it's certainly not good. There's one out there somewhere. It's either in Seattle or someplace out there. I have to look it up again. There's, they don't get a whole lot of press because no one goes to Seattle. I know I saw it like last year. A Badger Chrome airbrush. Yeah, well, I mean, there's airbrushes which are, most decent airbrushes are very similar. I have an Iwata airbrush. It's a matter of learning how to use them properly. But this was not airbrush. It was the GW junk brush. Just spraying watered down GW paint. I need to spend more time airbrushing, but frankly, I don't really want to airbrush too much. Airbrushing to me is fine for doing tanks. Our Christmas card has just come in. The Peterson family. What is wrong with these people? So, Yeah. We get every year we get these Christmas cards, and our first order came in a few days ago. Like we want them for like this time of year so we can like give them out to people at holiday time. And the first order came in to the Peterson family, right?
No, the first order came to the Howard family.
The Howard family, but it was a very religious one. A very religious card saying "Our Christ, our Savior, is your Savior too," or something like that. And this one now, they rushed us this batch, and it says the Peterson family. I am not a Peterson.
And one of the photos was used twice.
Which one?
The one of Jack on the very top in the middle, and another one. I give up though. I'm just gonna cross with Peterson. Are you okay?
Oh yeah. What is wrong with these guys? So I guess this is a reason not to use Snapfish.
Hey, come on, honey.
No, not right now. I'm doing my show in a little while. So I guess they lost our business, huh? We'll find another company that does the same darn thing. It's not like there's not 30 of them that you can choose to do this stuff. It's not like Snapfish is our only option for that. So all right. What else do I have on my table? Trying to sell stuff. I was pulling out all these guys. I'm not sure if I ever showed you these. I was pretty proud of them. These were my guardians from my Uthway army. My guardian conversions, because the Uthway have a very like a super guardian where they don't really have any guys left to fight, so all they have is guardians. So I was making special guardians for Uthway and using some high elf models as the base with Dire Avenger heads and stuff. Zooming in. They all have big heads and big helmets. Here was one of my Uthway bikers. Actually, I put a shield on it to cover up my bad carving when I carved apart the model to make it fit on a bike. It's an expensive way of doing it, because basically now you got to spend the $30 on the 5 Dire Avengers, plus you got to spend $45 on a box of models just to get 5. So it costs you like $75 for 10 Guardians. Yeah, they're high elves. This was one of my Farseers. He's got his shuriken pistol and his what's that called? Their stabs that they carry. This guy's floating. Just looking at these models, I really like them, and I'm almost tempted to try and get back into making this army, because I really like these conversions. This kills me, because like I get out of it and I start selling stuff off, but then I want to get back into the army. What else do I have over there for these guys? I was testing out the paint scheme, the Uthway paint scheme on some Guardians. I've got a few Necrons. I've got the snipers. Yeah, if you want Necrons. Not much. I've got these guys with flayed ones. A squad of 5 flayed ones for sale. I've got I don't know, like some guardians or some warriors. Here's one of the warriors. I painted him. He's bone colored, but the rest are all on sprue. And I've got the snipers, a box of snipers. Not much. What else is over there? The thing is, I don't want to sell any of my stuff. That's the problem. No, I don't have anything nurgly. This was another conversion I was working on. For another warlock. Got the Harlequins over here. I was, where is he? Where's that guy? I must have put him back in the box. I had the Forge World Spirit Seer Wraith Lord. Yeah, so someone's saying I should seriously just keep the models because I put that much thought and effort into making these figures that I'll just end up doing it again sometime. I think you're right. I don't, I'm probably not going to sell them. I haven't gotten any. I don't know what I would even sell them for, honestly. But I'll probably end up just making the army. It has been a lot of work so far. This is what I was doing last year. Actually, a year and a half ago. I was doing this when there was rumors of an Eldar Codex coming out, and I was jumping the gun and trying to get an army ready, but then the Codex rumors were put on hold for another 8 months before the Codex came out. These are really cool looking. I have more of these guys somewhere. I like the robes. Super Guardians. I think you talked me out of selling them. These are not for sale. They're not for sale. All right, enough of you guys. Get back over to your dungeon, where you'll never get worked on. Maybe they'll be my next army. Get over there. The thing is, I've got so much. I've got like 6 box sets of Wraith Guard and 3 Wraith Knights. Here's one of them. These models are so massive. Here's my my commander, and there's the Wraith Knight. They're so big. Yeah, I had a little buyer's remorse when I bought all that Wraith stuff. I got a good deal on it, but now it's just sitting on my shelf. Yeah, I don't know. Stand up, you. Yeah, I'll never use 3. This is one of the Terminators, base coated yellow. A lot of work on these Space Hulk Terminators. They're very detailed. A lot of effort. Alright, I got a lot of stuff to get going tonight. So, I guess tonight's show and tell is over. I don't have anything to paint for you right now, so I got to wrap it up. Plus, the wife just came home. So that is going to be it for tonight's show. Nothing else to show you? I'm just checking over here to see if there's anything else I can show you for fun. No, that's about it. So let me zoom out. So that's wrapping it up for tonight. Next week, we got Thanksgiving this week. Next week, I'll be back on regular time. And I might do a live show this weekend. My buddy Jim might be coming over here. And we might be playing some 40K. So look, I'll see if I can get Dave to do a shout out once I hear a confirmation from Jim if he's going to make it over, and we'll try and get a game. Maybe we'll try and play X-Wing or something. Who knows? But maybe a special live show this weekend from Jawaballs. So that's going to be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.